Gamers! Alright. In about 20 minutes from when I'm talking right now, we'll be having the blue Todo banner go live. But if you decide to summon on him, what you can hope is that not only do you not get him, but if you're going to get a Todo, yeah, get this one. Yeah, get that better Todo. You get like probably the third worst SSR unit in the game, but you get a better unit if you don't get that Todo and you get this Todo. So let's have a look at him, right? He's got a basic attack that scales up from here to like 180, so low. Best friend gives the person behind him a bit of a buff, so that's probably the best thing that this Todo does. Look at this. 20% physical technique increase to himself and an ally for 3 times 3 turns. So that's dope. And if that ally gets hit, there's a 70% chance to apply disruption and deal melee damage to the target at the cost of 10 cursed energy. Now, it won't be launched without the cursed energy. That's okay, I guess. And then we've got Boogie Woogie, which at level 6 still manages to not do 100% of physical technique damage and has a 42% chance to apply disruption, and it automatically makes him the last to act. And then his ult, it's a big hit of physical technique. This is actually kind of okay. This is pretty good. I won't say this is bad. Then it applies a 28.8% crit rate increase to himself and the ally that's the best friend. So let's see how red the better Todo goes. Alright, so here's the first team we're going to dive in with. Mono Red. Thankfully, Mono Red's really good. Thankfully, red's like the best color right now. Oh no. Alright, let's see how we can go. Marky Panda and... So, what's the plan? The plan is to rush ult. We'll get this. We'll wreck skill and get some buffs. Now we can buff up Yuji. We'll do one more round of buffs. Everyone will get buffs. Put all these lovely buffs. So that's going to give Yuji a bunch of stuff. And then, now Todo, from what I can tell, only counters... This is fun. He only counters if it's a single target attack. So that's kind of pointless, right? Alright, let's have a look at Boogie Woogie. How good Boogie Woogie is. The answer's not particularly. But we'll hit this little guy down here with Flying Kick. See how much damage Boogie Woogie does. 50k. Not all that much. You know, that's how it goes. Now, Yuji's taking a bit of damage here. So let's go... Punch. High. We'll do a regular punch. We'll do a flying kick on this guy just to make sure that we get our ult with Yuji. Nice. Enemy out here taking damage for us. Very good. We're low on cursed energy, so that's a bit sad. Thankfully, we can blast from the past with Todo to reapply this, and then we should be able to break Panda with the flurry of curse energy. If Yuji gets targeted, we'll need to have Yuta come in from the back. But that's okay. 1.2 million? Really quite good. Nanami, no! Okay, so now we're pretty much all damage. So, let's see. We'll go Cursed Speech to lower crit resistance. Tuning to buff everyone. And let's see how much damage Todo can do this recollection bit. 75% physical technique increase. And another 35% if you are lower than 50%. So sadly, we've got the healing, but that's okay. Hopefully, we can do a decent amount of damage here. And then we'll flying kick on Maki. Now let's see how much damage. Total, that was about what, 450, 500k? Yuji's doing half of that with just his boot, and nearly triple that with his single target. So, that's kind of great. We did have one turn of Nanami's buffs fall off, but let's see what Follow My Lead Rika does. This. Let's blast from the past to rebuff. Oh no, let's just do a good old punch and a punch. Alright, Yuta, how hard do you hit? 123. So with like no buffs, Yuta hits basically as hard. Harder than Boogie Woogie by a large degree. By a very large degree. Okay. Let's try bringing the team down further. Alright. So we're going to jump into Illusory Tower now. We don't really have much in the way of healing, so let's try and fix that. I have to admit, I'm a little bit scared about how this is going to go. Because if Todo was pretty much anyone else, like it was Domain Megami, or if he was Yaga, or if he was anything along those sorts of lines, we'd be able to get a little bit out of it. But the problem here is that, well, the only other floor that I could have gone to is like floor 5 for people being type advantage. Kinda do need Hanami here. Get some cursed buds, blast from the past. Let's do our best. Farm that up a little bit. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Pulchra. Let's go Boogie Woogie. And 2 times 3 turns. Cool. Let's do one more of these. Perfect. We got the disruption. So that's actually what's kind of good for Todo. Does it say what disruption does here? Yep, there you go. Actions may not be performed and increases damage taken. That's for 2 turns. So that's actually really, really useful, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm talking a bunch of crap right now, but disruption is really useful, and it's one of the few good things that he brings. It's just that you can only do it once every few times, and overall, it's just really not that great. So we can just build Cursed Energy here. Hammer Knuckle, got to build Cursed Energy. Fly Kick. See how much break damage we can do. Not a huge amount. Nice. We did get the counter attack there, so that was good. So he went after Yuji, and Todo completely shut it down. Let's wait one more turn. Hammer Knuckle again. Flying Kick again. Keep farming up our break. Let's do this. Recollection skill, Terra Pulchra. Let's get the best friend status there again. Let's do our best and we'll be able to ult next turn. Although I might wait. Do I wait for Nanami and just do the quad ult? That's probably the best way of doing things. Yeah, let's do that. Let's heal up because, you know, we're low on everything. Let's reapply this. Hammer Knuckle. And one more of that. Perfect, perfect. Very nice. Okay, Todo's actually showing out. The problem is we've got very little damage going on. It's okay. All right, ratio technique. Hanami's domain. Let's pump everything we've got into it. So we've got all of Yuji's buffs, so that should be a bunch of break. Some of Nanami's buffs will have fallen off, but we'll get the ult buff. And then Hanami is keeping the damage low. So, let's see. Damage pretty low. But, go up ult. Now, let's see how much damage Todo's ult does and Yuji's does. That was a total of about 150. Like Flash. 330. Todo's got more dupes. And Yuji's hitting over twice as hard. So there you go. My man is not particularly good. Now, I could go through and beat this guy with this team. But what I'm actually going to do is bop out. I'm going to take Todo off the team. Alright, we're going to take Todo off the team. And we're going to put Domain Megami on there. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's wild. Domain Megami is infinitely better. Yes. Yes, exactly. You could put a lot of characters on here and they'd be infinitely better. But I'm just doing Domain Megami to sort of show the two extremes. Especially since Domain is, how do we say, not the primary typing for this. So let's put this back on Nanami. Get a couple of recollection bits just so we can get TP on the first one. Change order. Megami up front. Perfect. Let's dive in. Because we'll be moving to break further, we can have a more aggressive recollection bit lineup. So remember, Yuji did 330 crit. Let's have some fun, yeah? Terrapulcra turn 1. Do this. Do our best. Yep, Yuji taking a bit of damage, that's okay. Let's do one more slash. We can hold off on the Pulchra. That was just to help us survive the early stages. One more of these, one more do our best. Ban, okay. Let's just use this recollection bit to move towards the ult. Next turn, we can start with the Pulchras again. Let's do this. Flying kick. See how much this does. Yep, not bad, not bad. Like 75k. Megami with flash. Those. One more fly kick. The crit will be generating us ult gauge because of... Nice, 140 there. Now, very rude. The kick will be... The crits generate... the crits generate burst energy slash... No, they generate ult gauge for us because of the recollection bit. Its passive is ult gauge on crit. So there we go. Let's get another Spirit Slash in here. Sadly, we can't ult this turn. That's alright. Throw out the Rec skill. Pop Nanami back up. And let's farm. Let's do our best for a couple of turns. Now, we're not going to Domain with Hanami, obviously. And we won't need to, if I'm being honest with you. Let's throw out a TP. Do this. One more of those. So Farewell Slash is a 90% damage taken increase the target for 3 turns. 96% on this level. That's pretty good. Cursed Bards once more. Fine. This. And what I'm going to do is a flying kick. No, one more let's do our best. I missed out on one flying kick earlier, but that's okay. I want one more slash debuff. Oh. Alright. Slash debuff. Just Bud. Let's not do anything with Nanami's ult. I just want to see raw Yuji ult. So remember, 330 is what we've got to beat. $1.4 mil or 1.1 mil. Multiple millions, in other words. Like, what are we even talking about here? Okra. Ratio. Let's fly kick. See what happens. Even Nanami's ult is hitting harder than Todo's. That just did 450k, by the way. So that's the difference. And I think it's pretty much consensus that this red Todo is better than the blue one. I'm sorry, but you just don't have the slots on your team to bother with the blue one. You just straight up don't. And if you don't have space on your team to bother with the blue one... Sorry, if you don't have space on your team to bother with the red one, you don't have space on your team to bother with the blue one. Save your crystals. Crystals? Okay, that's a game. Yep. Save your cubes. Get more from the event. Run through the event. Have fun with that. But outside of that, keep it fun. Keep it light. Enjoy yourselves. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.